We always see you really inspiring people. Do you get your low, like, valley moments yourself personally? And what do you do to get out of those valleys?
All the time, all the time. I meditate. I pray a lot. My church upbringing is really coming in handy these days. When you're in politics, you really got to lean on a higher power. At least I believe that. Try to get as much time with my family as I can. They are a source of strength for me. I exercise, Katie. I love boxing, and I visualize people, so I
Trump, Biden.
Yeah, I just visualize a whole bunch of folks on that bag, baby. Too many to name, get that stress out. Yeah. And I love the hula hoop too. So that's something, you're getting me to tell something you don't necessarily know about me. I'm really good at it. I got a weighted hula hoop, and I just hula hoop. And then my playlist, my exercise playlist is mainly LL Cool J. That's who I work out with on my playlist.
Nice. Yeah.
But I also got some Beyonce in there. Girls Run the World. Got to have some Girls Run the World, baby. That should be on every lady's playlist. Yeah. So and music. I love music. I love gospel music. I love R&B. I love rap. I might not be up with the latest. I'm really more of an old school. So the Tupac and You Are Appreciated. Dear Mama is absolutely one of my favorites. And music, meditation, exercise, cursing. Help.
Yeah, gotta give a shit now instead of giving a shit later, as you said on Useful Idiots.
Got to give a shit now instead of giving a shit later. I don't know, Katie. I might not be able to use the word shit anymore for a very long time.
It's good. You got to keep it. You have to keep it going. And what kind of meditation do you do?
Oh my God, I do. I love that Calm app. Not to put.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
But Calm app is really, really good. I have another app called Active, which is workout and meditation. And then sometimes I just, either 5 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever the mood, just take that time for yourself. I want to say this to everybody. You got to quiet and still yourself, still the voices, still all of the outside distractions, because this stuff that we are going through will absolutely kill you physically, mentally, spiritually. So still, I do the breathing exercises, and I'm telling you, Katie, it really does make a difference.
Yeah, I know.
It might not last me all day,
right?
But I try to do it first thing in the morning. We all are only human. And Katie, I'm really glad to be having this kind of conversation with you, because people do always see me in fight mode. I care so much about people. We're not always going to agree. And I just mean that in general. Any relationship that you have with people, the prerequisite shouldn't be that you always agree with that person, because then you're never going to really have a real relationship. Right. You're not ever going to agree with even the people who you love the most. But this must be a fight for what is just, for what is right, and what is good. And we are not in a moment where we can sugarcoat this. Too many people are catching hell every single day. And when you got politicians who are privileged enough to tell you what they not going to do with your own money, something is wrong with that, Katie. And I just can't take it no damn more. My hair is on fire, Katie. Yeah. Really. I'm over it. Really. Yeah. I'm over it. I don't know if the world is ready for me to be over it, but I'm damn over it. So I'm liable, message to reporters, they liable to catch me on a good day where I'm going to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And that just was one of those days. But make no mistake, I know that Trump is a clear and present danger and that he must go. But I'm not going to sacrifice that knowledge to not being able to make a demand and call people out. So I'm calling folks out.
Brian Frederick saying we need Cori Bush in Congress. That's true.
Yes, please support Sister Cori Bush in Missouri, baby. Paula Jean is
Paula Jean Swearengin. Yes.
West Virginia. Yeah.
Also, Jen Perlman.
And
against Debbie Wasserman Schultz, and Melba Pearson, who is running against Catherine Fernandez Rundle for state's attorney in Miami. I don't know if you've heard about this. I'll send you a link to it. But she's running against this woman who refused to prosecute the prison guards who boiled Darren Rainey, a black schizophrenic man, basically to death in the shower. And she didn't prosecute any of them.
Oh my
God. And also she didn't prosecute a cop who 5 women and girls accused of rape and sexual assault. And so Melba Pearson is running against her.
Come on.
It's like, and that race needs to get a lot more attention. It hasn't been, but it's so important.
Yeah.
And it's funny because the last last week we talked about Michael Brooks, and he was very, I know, yeah, and it was really hard. And my co-host, the guy who's usually my co-host on Wednesdays, was a co-host with Michael's for another show, and we were talking about how important spirituality was for him. And then I had Marianne Williamson on, and a couple of weeks before then I had Kate Willett on, who's great. And we were just talking about how it's so hard during COVID for so many people. And I do think there's a real space for, and you come from a very spiritual tradition, and that's the space that you exist in. But I think for a lot of our fellow progressives, myself included, who are more kind of like cynical or not necessarily that spiritual, there is this kind of like this fear that you can't do both at the same time. Because if you want to fight for justice, you can't be doing self-care, because if you're doing self-care, then you're making life better for yourself instead of fighting for the world. But I always remember what you said about the oxygen mask.
Yeah.
And how you have to, and that doesn't mean put it on yourself and then don't worry about other people. Exactly. But it's the put it on yourself so that you're like able to actually be there doing this work with other people, for other people.
That's right, Katie. You got to refill. You can't just give and not refill the tank. It's like
right.
the card. So I didn't think of the airlines are right about that.
Right.
And they're telling you that because in order to help save the person next to you, if they can't do it, or you're next to a child, I mean, it makes sense. That is a perfect example. So no, self-care is important. I used to be like that too. And I think a lot of women, and I would say particularly Black women, sacrifice so much for others. And then you think it's harmful to even think about yourself, but you have to do that in order to be able to just run on. You know, there's a song in the Black church. I feel like running on. I feel like going on. You have to refill your tank, and that is okay. And even if it's just 5 minutes, even if it's just going outside to get some fresh air, whatever centers you. For me, it's meditation, and it's also quotes, Katie. You know, I'm a quote machine. I love quotes too. Whatever that little thing is that lifts your spirit, your favorite song, it is amazing. And this is scientifically rooted too. It's not just Turner saying this. There's a science that, you know, mindfulness.
Yeah.
It really does work. And we know that there's a quote that says that music soothes the savage beast. Basically, you know, music is a soothing instrument. It's soothing. It's a soothing source, not an instrument. Music is. So take the time and do that for yourself so that you can keep going on. This work that we're doing, those of us who are really vested in this and willing to give all that we have, is taxing, it's tiring, it's stressful. And so you do have to give. It's okay. I'm so glad you brought up Brother Michael Brooks. There is there's a hole in the heart of many of us, and he will never be replaced. And we will continue to do the work that he believes so much in, but such a great spirit and a boldness about him. I was in total shock. And it's just a reminder that death can be visited upon any of us at any age and at any time, at any stage. And like that suddenness of it. I mean, it was sudden for us, maybe some people who were closer to him.
No, it was sudden for everyone. Okay. For the closest of his friends and family. Yeah.
Yeah. That makes it work. I mean, it's bad even when you know somebody is going to, but it's even worse when it's just sudden like that. And then you take his age into consideration. Yeah. So that's just a reminder to us that none of us know the day or the hour.
Right.
And so we have to do those things to take care of ourselves so that we can continue to be bold, what we're fighting and living for too, because we got to live for some stuff too.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, and always welcome whenever you want to come by, whenever you want to come on. So grateful for your time, and you're so inspiring to everyone. And someone just put a link in your podcast. Brad put a link there.
Brad, thank you so much. Yeah, it comes out on Monday for Patreon. It comes out on Thursdays for everybody else who's a subscriber. So just please, please, please subscribe. And I love you all. Visit me on ninaturner.com. Let's, Katie, come on, y'all. We can make this world a better place. So let's commit to doing what we can, where we are, with what we have, to be the change, as Brother Mahatma Gandhi once said, that we want to see in the world. Thank you. I love you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.